Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network proudly presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1979 season is on the air. Today's date is June 12, 1979. We are at Shea Stadium for the home of the greatest baseball team in history. Tonight, it's the Cincinnati Reds taking on my New York Mets. The Reds come into this game with a record of 39 wins and 21 losses. And at this moment, the Reds are one game back of the Astros in the National League West. The Mets a record of 21 and 33, and they are in fifth place in the NL East. The 79 Mets were really not that good, but hopefully tonight they will get a good showing and give the Reds a tough loss tonight. The Mets historically won this game. They doubled up the Reds. For the Mets, 12 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Reds, 6 runs, 9 hits and 2 errors. Both teams playing a little bit of a hodgepodge lineup, but should be an interesting matchup tonight. So tonight, the Reds take on the greatest baseball team ever, my New York Mets. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. The sad thing is, this could be the last game I actually play with the Mets because the way things are going, they are right now, they would be cut out of the next scheduled block. But who knows what will happen here on Inside Pitch. Let's get things started for the Mets here at Shea Stadium. As BB joins us here at Shea Stadium as he says the game was rigged. Well, we shall find out tonight. It's BB's Reds against my Mets. Steeler fan 1933 now here at Shea Stadium. It's time for some Friday night baseball. Let's get to it. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets will be Pete Falcone. He actually pitched very well the last time we had him, but he had a rough year in 79. 6 wins, 14 losses, a 4.16 ERA. We shall see what Falcone does tonight for the Mets. The Reds, as I said, a little bit of a hodgepodge lineup. A couple of main players not in the lineup tonight. But anyway, doesn't really matter. The Reds are one of the best teams in baseball. Let's see if they can get some revenge for the actual historical score. Leading off for the Reds will be right fielder Dave Collins. 318 average, 3 homers, 35 RBIs for the Reds. A pretty good fielder and not a bad hitter that year. We are using blue, white, and orange dice. The Mets are the home team. Top of the first, let's play some baseball. Falcone, 3-6, strikeout 3, and he got him. Shea Stadium only subtracts 1 from walks in the adjustments. This is the first game we've had here at Shea Stadium. Strikeout number 1 for Falcone. He had 113 of them in 79. 1 man down. That will bring up the second baseman, Junior Kennedy, 273 average, a homer, and 17 RBIs. Falcone with the pitch. 5-1, strikeout 15, that's high. Kennedy, 1-4, and that's a base hit to center field. Kennedy will get himself a single. He gets the first hit of the game. And that will bring up the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. 281 average, 16 homers, 84 RBIs. Concepcion usually plays very well every time he is on the board. Double play depth is called. Kennedy, that is a 19. Concepcion gets the bunt sign, but he calls it off. And here comes the pitch from Falcone. 5-4, that is an error chance. Concepcion, 2-4, and that is not going to be an error. It's a slow grounder hit to third. Picked up there by Hebner. Concepcion, a base running rating of 3. Throws to first. It's in time. He gets Concepcion. He is out. Kennedy advances to second on the throw, and there are 2 down. So a ground ball to third, a nice play by Hebner. And the next batter will be left fielder George Foster. 302 average, 30 bombs, 98 RBIs. Foster had an excellent season for the Reds in this game. In that year, Ronald Spersky joins us here at Shea Stadium. No, I did not rig the lineups. Jeez. Kennedy on at second. Falcone, we'll see if anything on the strat. 14 says a no. Falcone will now make the pitch. 6-1. That's a strikeout. The 11 got him, and he will end the inning. Strikeout number 2 for Falcone. No runs and a hit for the Reds, as we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds in this game was Bill Bonham. 9 wins, 7 losses, a 3.79 ERA. He gets the call tonight. Leading off for the Mets will be right fielder Joel Youngblood. I don't care what anybody says, Joel Youngblood in his career was an underrated player. 275 average, 16 homers, 60 RBIs, played in almost all the games for the Mets that year. Youngblood, of course, was with the Mets as one was other teams. Youngblood was an underrated player. I don't care what they said. He was solid. Bonham will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-1, strikeout 4, and he will get him on a K. And that is strikeout number 1 for Bonham. He had 78 of them that year in 79. Here's the shortstop, Frank Tavares. 262 average, a homer, 34 RBIs. Bonham with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout 4, got him, and he gets Tavares on a K. Second strikeout for Bonham. 2 outs now, and here comes the center fielder, Lee Mazzilli. Every woman in New York wanted his baby. 303 average, 15 homers, 79 RBIs for Mazzilli that year. An excellent season for him and the Mets. One of the best players on the Mets that year. Bonham will go ahead and pitch. 4-3, that's a range play. Mazzilli, 4-2. That's a base hit to center field, but it's a range play for Blair. Blair's range is a 3. That's a 5. It'll drop in for the single. Mazzilli will hold at first. He gets a 2-out base knock. 2 down now, and the batter will be third baseman Richie Hebner. 268 average, 10 homers, 79 RBIs for him that year. Hebner hated it in New York. 2 outs, strategy roll. Mazzilli going to do anything on 11? That is a no. Mazzilli on it first. Bonham will make the pitch. 6-3. That's a walk. That 8 will be ball 4, and the Mets got something going on with 2 outs. He goes ahead and walks Hebner. First walk issued by Bonham. He had 57 of them that year. And now we'll see first baseman Willie Montanez. 256 average, 13 homers, 71 RBIs. Had pretty good range at both first and second. The problem, and pretty good, a very good arm for replay. The problem with Montanez, though, he was a goofball at second base with that 20 error rating. 2 outs. Chaz Sexington joins us here at Shea Stadium. Flushing, New York is appropriate because the Mets are usually in the toilet. We shall find out what happens this year there, Chaz. Runners at first and second. Strategy roll first. That is a 3. Mazzilli does not do anything. He will stay there. Bonham with the pitch. 2-1. Strikeout 16. That is high. Montanez 5-6, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. That's a single for Montanez. Mazzilli, a base running rating of 3. With 2 outs becomes a 4. Single to center, +2 is a 6. Mazzilli will come around and he will score. Hebner, a base running rating. There's not going to be a throw. BR rating of 3 becomes a 4 with 2 outs. Single to center, -3. So Hebner only reaches third on a 1. and that is a 2. He will hold at second, but the Mets get an RBI single by Montanez, and the Mets are ahead 1-0. RBI single. As you guys know, I am using my chart right here. So runners at first and second as the Mets. No, I have not had a chance to look at that, Steeler fan. I will check it out. I do want to see it. Next up for the Mets will be their catcher, John Stearns. I think Stearns was one of the top 5 catchers in Mets history. I mean, you look at Piazza, you look at Hodges. Stearns was a solid catcher his entire career with the Mets. He was very good behind the plate, and he could hit. So runners at first and second. Stearns will bat now with 2 outs. Already 1-0 Mets, and that is an 18. Stearns a pretty good bunter. The bunt sign is on, but he will not do it here. Bonham with the pitch. 3-1. That is a blank. Stearns 4-6, and that's going to be a double to left field for Stearns. John Stearns smacks a double to left. Hebner will come in to score. Montanez, base running rating of 3 with 2 outs is a 4. Double to left -2. So a 1-2, he'll score, and that is a 1. He does score. Montanez comes in to score, and that is a 1. Stearns on at second. He has a chance to take third on the throw. A 1-3, he'll take third, and he does. Stearns turns that into a triple. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 cheers. Yay! A 2 RBI double, which actually turns into a triple for Stearns, as 2 runs come in, and it is 3-0 Mets. How about that to start the game off there for my Mets? Next batter will be left fielder Steve Henderson. Yeah, let's get him instead of trade him. Let's get him for Tom Seaver. Although Henderson did have a pretty decent year, a 306 average, 5 homers, 39 RBIs. Played in a few more games only about a little more than half the games. Stearns on at third. There are 2 outs, and that's a 5. Stearns will stay put. Bonham with the pitch. 5-6 strike against a righty, a walk. That 15 is going to be too high. Henderson, 2-5, and that's a base hit to center field. Henderson gets a single. Stearns comes in to score. 4-0 Mets. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! RBI single by Henderson, and Bonham doesn't look like he has it today. Next up for the Mets will be second baseman Doug Flynn. Yeah, let's get him too. 243 average, 4 homers, 61 RBIs. He played in most games for the Mets. 2 outs. Henderson on at first. That is an 18, nothing happening. Bonham will make the pitch. 3-6. That is a blank. Flynn, 1-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. That'll get taken care of by Kennedy. He will throw to first, and that will retire the side. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Mets. Bonham gets 2 quick strikeouts that allows 4 hits and a walk. And the Mets take a quick 4-0 lead after 1. But everybody knows that no lead is safe on Inside Pitch. Al Red Sox fan joins us here at Shea Stadium. What can I say about Al Red Sox fan, my good friend? What can I say about the man that literally pretty much brought me into doing this? What can I say about this guy that pretty much shows he can do everything? Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and he does it all so well. I can't say enough about the man. The man is just totally awesome. Check out his channel if you don't know who this guy is. And if you don't, you need to find out what universe you're living in. Let's go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Reds will be first baseman Dan Dreesen. 250 average, 18 homers, 75 RBIs. Not too bad for the stats. Falcone now has a 4-0 lead, but remember, this is the 79 Mets. They kind of stunk. Falcone, 5-1, strikeout 15. That is high. Dreesen, 5-1 against the lefty. Base hit right past first, and Dreesen gets a single. Reds get the leadoff man on base. And now we'll see third baseman Ray Knight, future Mets champion. 318 average, 10 homers, 79 RBIs for the Reds that year. Infield at double play depth. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 4, and a hit and run is available, but you're down by 4 runs. I don't think you're doing that. Hit and run sign is on, but Knight says, no, we're down by 4 runs. I got to hit the ball. Falcone, 4-1, walk. And that's a 4, and that will be ball 4. And now the Reds threaten here in the top of the second. A walk issued by Falcone. He had 66 of them that year. Next batter for the Reds, center fielder Paul Blair. The Reds kind of picked him up about a month ago. 152 average, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Of course, Blair was much in his waning years. Let's see here. Brian Pedersen joins us here at Shea Stadium. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy roll is an 11 and nothing happening. Falcone in a bit of a jam. Falcone, 3-3, strikeout 10. Got him, struck out Blair. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 3 for Falcone, and that is the first out. Next up will be the catcher, Vic Carrell, 233 average, a homer, 15 RBIs that year. Carrell actually got the call for catcher here for the Reds in this game. Still, 1 out now, and that is a 10. Strategy rolls keep the players going on. Falcone will make the pitch. 3-5, strikeout 8, got him! He gets Carrell, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Falcone, and there are 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Bill Bonham. This is the 70s, not 2020, 2022. Bonham, a 140 average, and had 2 RBIs that year. He will bat, as I know he would, even down 4-0. Strategy roll, 13, Falcone, nothing happening. Now Falcone will look on Bonham. Falcone, 4-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Bonham, 2-2. Ground ball to first. That'll get taken care of by Montanez. He will handle it himself. Tag the bag and retire the side. So no runs on a hit for the Reds. And we go to the bottom of the second with the Mets already up 4-0. Leading off for the Mets will be their pitcher, Pete Falcone. A lot of people thought Falcone was going to be a much better pitcher than he turned out to be. Even at that young age, I really had a lot of hope for Falcone. He just didn't ever seem to get it. Falcone, a 173 average, and had 2 RBIs that year. Bonham with the pitch. 5-5, strikeout 14, and he'll get him. And that will be strikeout number 3 for Bonham, 1 down. Quick strikeout, and now we will see Youngblood. Youngblood struck out his first time up. I still say Youngblood was a very solid player. Have the Mets ever lost on my board? I think you already know the answer to that. Have your Astros ever... let me ask you a question. How's your favorite player, Bill Swift, doing? Bonham with the pitch. 2-2. That is a blank. Youngblood, 4-3, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Concepcion will throw him out. 2 quick outs there, and we will see Taveras. Taveras is 0 for 1. Bonham will go ahead and make the pitch. And that is a 2-6. Strikeout 17. That's high. Taveras, 4-3, base hit, center field. Taveras will keep the inning alive. He gets his first hit. And now the batter is Mazzilli. And all the ladies in the Shea Stadium are in the stands are saying, I want your baby. Mazzilli was a bit of a playboy during that time. He's 1 for 1, got a single. Tavares does have 44 stolen bases. And Bonham, he's got a chance to throw him. He throws to first, and nope, but Tavares will get back. Bonham does have pickoff chance. Mazzilli will now wait for the pitch. Here it comes. Bonham, 3-2. That's a pitcher result. Mazzilli, a switch hitter from the left side. A 1 to 10's an automatic out. The 5 will do it, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Concepcion will take it. He will throw to first to get Mazzilli, and that will end the inning. So no runs, a hit for the Mets. And after 2, they still hold on to the 4-0 lead. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Reds will be Dave Collins. Collins struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Falcone. Dave Little joins us here at Shea Stadium, as he does not like the scoreboard right now. Falcone, 2-4. Strikeout 3, and he'll get Collins again. Struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Falcone. He's dealing in this one. He pitched pretty well the first time we had him. And remember, the way things are going, this is probably going to be the last game I do for the Mets. I don't think I have them any other game here in the schedule block, and they are too far away from 3rd to really matter. So let's see if they have a good game here. Junior Kennedy is up next. Falcone with the pitch. 2-5. That's an error on a throw. Kennedy is 1 for 1. Kennedy 1-5. That's popped up in the infield. That's going to be a pop out to second. And Flynn will make that catch. 2 down. And here comes Concepcion. Concepcion is 0 for 1. Falcone, he will go ahead and deal it. 1-6. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 4-2. Fly ball left field. Getting over there is Henderson. His range is a 2. That's a 5, and it will drop. And that is going to be a single for Concepcion. Concepcion always seems to get base hits every time he is on the board. A single for him. Here is Foster. He can cut the lead in half with 1 swing. Concepcion on it first. Falcone with the strap. That is a 16. He will stay there. Falcone will make the pitch. 3-3. Strikeout 14. He got him. Struck him out. He just got Foster, who swung just a little high, but he got him. Strikeout number 6 for Falcone, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. What do you guys think of the new playoff format they're going to do? So the playoff format for the majors is going to be 6 teams in each league. The top 2 division winners get a bye. The third division winner will play number 6 in a best of 3 at their home stadium, and the 4 and 5 will play a best of 3 at number 4's home stadium. And then the winners of those games, there's no reseeding anymore. So the number 1 seed will take on the winner of 3 or 6, and the number 2 plays the winner of 4 or 5, no matter what. So there's no reseeding on the brackets. My feeling is, I think if you win the division, you deserve, even if the division is lousy, I still think you deserve to go on into the next round. I kind of like the way I do it, where I have the number 6 play the 5 and a 1, and then the winner of that play the 4 in a best of 3, and allowing the 2 division winners, the break. Of course, remember, from 70, I'm used in this in this setup. I mean, remember we have 2 divisions, but in the later years when you have the 3 divisions, I just think it makes perfect sense. But I like the top 2 teams in each division either way. I really don't think if you finish in 3rd place in a division, I don't think you deserve to go, at least not in a 5-team division. I don't think you deserve to make the playoffs. But then again, but as far as having 12 teams in the playoffs, I love it. That I do like. I think 14 would have been too much. What do you guys think? More teams may have a better chance for the best team to get bumped off. I agree. I can't disagree with you there, Al. I think you're correct there, too. Like I said, last year, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. The three teams that had the best records didn't even get there. Okay, the Giants had 107 wins, the Dodgers had 106 wins, the Rays had 100 wins, and the team with the least amount of wins won the World Series. I mean, I guess it's when you get hot is what matters. But Al is completely correct. Yes, more teams making playoffs means a better chance for the best team to get bumped off. I agree with him too on that. But I also think 12 baseball teams means another team has a chance to get in there, when they normally would be eliminated. It could still happen. Yes, we will probably have a team with a losing record getting in. But I do agree with Al in that case. But I also think that it's good that more teams will still be in it, and it should prevent tanking if there are actually more teams. 12, I think, is perfect, and you guys know I have 12 teams in my playoffs. Okay, at least from 1969 to the current year. From 1968 and forward, it'll probably be less because they had less teams. So Al is correct. I think he's right. But I also think that more teams makes more exciting baseball in September for a lot of teams that would normally be out of it. But yes, it can go both ways. Can't disagree with Al. He is right. Bottom of the third, Bonham will continue to pitch. Mets up 4-0. Richie Hebner leads off for the Mets, and he walked his first time up. Bonham will make the pitch. 6-1, walk, 15. No, that just barely misses. Hebner is a 15, but -1 is a 14. Hebner can't believe that wasn't ball 4, so he has to swing. 3-3, and he hits one right to first, and Dreesen gloves it. That's a line out number 1. Hebner thought that was ball 4, but he doesn't get it, so he swings at it. Here's Montanez. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Bonham will be up there. Bonham 1-3. That is a blank. Montanez 5-6, and he hits another base hit to center. A single for Montanez. He's 2 for 2. Now 2 for 2, and here comes Stearns. Stearns got a 2 RBI double his last time up. An RBI double, and I agree. An RBI double, and yes, BB, I also agree with him as well. Runner on first, infield double play depth. Let's see if anything happening with the strat. And no, Montanez, there will not be anything happening there. Montanez had no stolen bases. Bonham 5-3. That is a walk, and that's ball 4. And Bonham just can't get the control he needs. And that is another walk issued by Bonham, and that is his second. And now runners at first and second for Henderson. Henderson got a base hit his first time up. He is 1 for 1. Runners at first and second. Strategy roll. That's a 10. Bonham will have the ball. Henderson gets ready here. Mets leading 4-0 on the Reds. Pitch from Bonham. 3-1 blank. Henderson 4-1, and that's a ground ball to short. Let's see if they get out of the jam. 3-0-4. Second base pivot. Kennedy is 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. They don't turn it. It's a 5. Montanez goes to third. Stearns thrown out at second, and they'll just take it there. It will be 2 outs. So Stearns thrown out at second. It keeps the inning alive. On the fielder's choice, the batter now will be Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 1, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Strat, 19. Flynn is not going to bunt with 2 outs. Bonham will go ahead, and he will make the pitch. 4-3. That is a range play. Flynn, 1-4. It's a double to center field, but it's a range play for Blair. Blair on his high horse going into the gap. His range is a 3, and he will not get it. It's a double for Flynn. Montanez will come in to score. Henderson, base running rating of 3 with 2 outs of 4. Double to center, +1, a 1-5. Henderson scores, and he will all the way from first. Henderson comes in to score. Flynn holds at second. 6-0 Mets. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! Section 513 groans. RBI double by Doug Flynn. And that brings 2 RBIs in, and the Mets are up 6-0, and I think that's it for Bonham. That's going to be it for Bonham, although Pete Falcone is the next batter, and I think with the pitcher up, they're going to let Bonham pitch to Falcone. I don't think you waste a batter on a relief pitcher with the pitcher up. If Falcone beats him, then that is what it is. BB says get Bonham out. You know what? I'll listen to BB. Bonham will come out. It is the 3rd inning, so I have to choose a pitcher that's got a lot of batters. So that's going to be it for Bonham. And let's see what they're going to do here. I think they're going to bring in a righty. So let's see who they're going to go with. And they are going to go with... no, they won't bring him in. They probably... I think they would bring him in. Coming on to pitch for the Reds will be Paul Moscow. 5 wins, 4 losses, a 3.89 ERA. Moscow can pitch to 16 batters, which actually makes sense because we are in the 3rd inning. You need a pitcher that can get batters and probably have to hit the ball a couple of times. So runner on second, Moscow will come in to pitch. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd, 6-0 Mets. Strategy roll. That is a 6. Flynn stays where he is. Moscow, 1-6. That's a walk. That 19 is too high. Falcone gets the swing. 4-1. He hits one to center field. That's a 3. It's a base hit for Falcone. He gets a single. Flynn, a base running rating of 3 with 2 outs is a 4. Single to center, +2 is 6. Flynn will come around and he will score. 7-0 Mets. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! Reds fans in the chat, barf. Blah. Pete Falcone goes ahead and hits one into center. That's an RBI single for him. He had 2 RBIs in 79. 7-0 Mets. The Mets get the extra point. And the next batter is Youngblood. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 out. Hey, the Mets did win this game 12-6, guys. So, you know, inside pitch is right now pretty realistic to me. Youngblood is 0 for 2. Strategy rolls are still active, and that is a 1. Falcone, though, not going anywhere. Moscow, 5-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 5-5. That's a ground ball to first. Dreesen will take it himself, tag the bag, and that will end the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Mets. They are in command, 7-0 in favor of the Mets. But remember the Twins. Remember the Twins. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-0 in favor of the Metropolitans. Dan Dreesen leads off for Cincy. He is 1 for 1. Falcone will pitch to Dreesen. 6-5. Strikeout 19. That's high. Dreesen 3-6. It's a base hit past first, and the Reds get the leadoff man on. Second hit of the game for Dreesen. And here comes Knight, who had a very good year in 79. Knight walked his first time up. Infield a double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Falcone will pitch. 2-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium. 1-2. Fly ball left field. That'll be caught by Henderson for out number 1. Shea Stadium only gave up 88 home runs that year. It was definitely a pitcher's park. Next batter is Blair. Blair is 0 for 1. Dave Little, section 513, gets mugged in New York. Ouch. And goes out for Skyline Chili. 1 out, infield double play depth. Falcone with the pitch. 3-4. That is a blank. Blair will swing. 5-3. And that's a ground ball to short. Let's see if they turn it. 3-0-4. Second base pivot. Flynn is a 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. No. The throw goes to first to get Blair. Dreesen moves to second. Out number 2. Cannot get Dreesen, who got a very good jump on the play. So they couldn't turn the double play as well. And here comes Carrell. Carrell is 0 for 1. Falcone will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. Carrell, 5-2. And Carrell comes through with a hit. That's going to be a double to left. Dreesen comes around third. He will score. Carrell stops at second. The Reds are on the board. It's 7-1. So an RBI single by Carrell. As he goes ahead and brings in a run, Paul Moskow is going to come up to bat. I just don't think you take him out here. You need a pitcher that you don't want to go through the bullpen that quickly. And Moskow does have his own hitting card. So coming on to bat for the Reds will be Paul Moskow. An 0.81 average. He'll go ahead and bat since the Reds really do not. I don't think they would really go through their pitchers that quickly. If this was 2021, yes, Moskow would be taken out. But in this situation, the 70s, I don't think they would do that. Falcone will go ahead and make the pitch to Moskow. Strategy rolls are back on. And that is an 11, nothing happening. Falcone will make the pitch. 1-4. That is a range play. That could be big for Moskow. Moskow will swing. 6-5. It's a ground ball back to Falcone. His range is a 1, and he can't get it. Base hit. A failed range play helps out Moskow, and that is a base hit for him. Coming around from second, Carrell will come. He will score. Moskow gets an RBI single. It's 7-2. As I said, that was the right thing to do. So 2 runs come in for the Reds, and now they are coming in here. Moskow on it first. Here's Collins. Falcone now having some issues. And timeout real quick to change the scorecard to make sure I got the correct thing. Carrell got a double, not a single. So here's Collins. He struck out twice. 2 outs. Now a 7-2 ball game. Strategy roll. And that is a 13. Moskow will stay put. Falcone will now pitch to Collins. Falcone, 5-6, error on a grounder. Collins, 5-1, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. Collins gets a single. It's hit to right. Youngblood's error rating is a 2. That's a 20. He will not make an error. Moskow, base running rating a 2. With 2 outs, it makes him a 3. A single to right is a single to right plus 1. A 1-4. Moskow goes to third, and he does it. There could be an out. That's a 6. That's a 6. Youngblood a -1 arm. A 1-4. There could be an out. And yep, the throw coming in, and that is going to be Moskow will go ahead and make it to third, but Collins trying to take second on the throw is thrown out by Youngblood. Side retired. Lead runner advances, but the ball is caught off. Youngblood gets it into Montanez, and he does the relay to Flynn, and he gets Collins at second, and that retires the side as Collins tried to take an extra base on the throw. Wow, what a mistake by Dave Collins. Reds fans in the chat, barf. Blech. So that does go as a base hit, but he is thrown out at second, trying to go there. As a one, the lead runner advances, ball caught off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. The batter can be the trailing runner. And that retires a side, but the Reds are on the board. 2 runs on 4 hits. And it is now 7-2 in favor of the Mets. As Brad Church joins us here at Shea Stadium. Bottom of the 4th inning, Moscow will continue to pitch. Frank Tavares leads off for the Mets, and he is 1 for 2. Moscow will go ahead and make the pitch. Moscow 4-1, that is a blank. Tavares 3-4, and that is a fly ball to center field, and that'll be caught by Blair for the out. 1 down, and here comes Mazzilli, and lots of hearts are breaking. Mazzilli is 1 for 2. Moscow will make the pitch. 3-4, that's a walk. That 19 is just too high. Mazzilli 4-5, and he hits a fly ball to right. That will be caught by Collins for out number 2. 2 outs now. Here is Hebner. Hebner walked his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Moscow trying to keep it a 7-2 game. Reds trying to come back. Moscow 4-6. Strikeout 4. Got him. He gets Hebner, and that's a good inning for Moscow and the Reds. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. First time they are released in order. 7-2 after 4. Well, I asked you guys about the playoffs, and you guys have told me what do you guys think about the universal DH? I think even though I hate the designated hitter, and I do, okay, I understand why you have to have the DH now. You're paying $300 million for your pitcher to pitch, not try to twist his knee outrunning a ground ball to second, all right? So I understand the universal DH. And now the National League is just like the American League, but it was bound to happen, and I prefer not to have it, but I do understand why you have to use it, so I will accept it even though I don't like it. But yes, Al is correct, because now maybe the pitcher will be able to pitch further into the deeper innings. That is true. DJ John 4444 joins us here at Shea Stadium. Let's go to the top of the 5th. 7-2 Mets. And Junior Kennedy leads off for Cincinnati, and he is 1 for 2. Falcone still pretty strong. And let's see how long he goes. Falcone 3-3, strikeout 16, that is high. Kennedy 3-6, and that's a fly ball to center. Out number 1. Falcone trying to have a better inning than the last one. Here's Concepcion, and he is 1 for 2. 1 out. Falcone with the pitch. 3-5, strikeout 5. Got him. He gets Concepcion on a K. And that is strikeout number 7 for Falcone. He did have 113 of them in 79. That's not bad, especially for a Shea Stadium, which was pretty much a pitcher's park. Here's Foster. Foster has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Falcone will go ahead and make the pitch. Falcone, 2-3. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 3-6, and it's grounded at the plate. That'll get picked up by Stearns. He pumps once and throws to first to get Foster, and that will retire the side. A nice job by Falcone to bounce back after a tough fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Moscow will continue to pitch. Willie Montanez leads off for the Mets. Montanez is 2 for 2. He has 2 singles. 7-2, bottom of the fifth in favor of the Mets. Moscow with the pitch, who's really slowed the Mets down since taking over. 4-3, strikeout 10. That is high. Montanez, 5-1, and that is a fly out to center. So Moscow has done a much better job so far than Bonham did when he started the game. Here's Stearns. Stearns is 1 for 1. And I've always said Stearns was a solid catcher his entire career. And I think he's one of the top 5 catchers in Mets history. Moscow will make the pitch. 3-5, strikeout 9. That's too high. Stearns, 5-2, and that will be a fly ball to left, and Foster will get to that for the second out. And now here comes Henderson. Henderson is 1 for 2. Got a single his first time up. Moscow will go ahead and make the pitch. Yes, our Red Sox fans' chats are always spectacular, and I intend to do one myself very shortly. So hopefully you guys will join me when I do one. I really want to do a chat on a Friday or a Saturday night when I do not have a game, which would be like a month break. So watch out for that. I will try to do one in the future as well, so you guys can ask me anything you like or talk about anything you like. Moscow will make the pitch. 6-6. That is a blank. Henderson, 4-2. Against the righty, that's a fly ball to right field. Collins will get to it and make the catch. And all 3 outs for the Mets are fly outs. And Moscow has really settled the Mets down. 7-2 after 5. However, our Red Sox fan is the master of the chat. He is the chat master. He is the baseball master. He's the football master, the basketball master, the hockey master, the boxing master. He's just the master. That's all I got to say. Top of the 6th. Dan Dreesen will lead off. He is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Falcone can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. Let's see if Falcone can continue to pitch well. Falcone, 1-3, walk plus, and that is going to be... Yep, that's ball 4 and just barely, and Falcone is mad. Dreesen a 10. Plus 10 makes him a 20. Minus 1 is a 19. And that is a 19. And Dreesen does walk. And now the umpire is mad at the umpire for that. Dreesen will trot down to first. And that is the first walk issued by Falcone. He had 66. I'm sorry, second walk issued by Falcone. He had 66 of them that year. Here is Knight. Knight is 0 for 1. Dreesen on at first. Strategy rolls are off. Falcone with the pitch. 1-6. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium. 2-6. That's a ground ball to second. That's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Flynn. His range is a 2, but the infield is a double play depth. His range is a 1. He got it! What a play by Flynn! It is a 1. Let's see if he turns a double play. 3-0-4. Shortstop pivot is 0 Tavares. A 1-4. It's a double play, and they turn it 2 outs. Holy cow! What a play by Doug Flynn! As he needed a 1, and he got it. 2 down. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 cheers. Yay! 2 down. And the batter now is Blair. Blair is 0 for 2. Skyline Chili. 2 outs. Falcone will pitch to Blair. Here comes the pitch. 4-1. That's a walk. The 18 is high. Blair, a 4-4, and that's a ground ball to short. This time Taveras will get it, and he'll throw to first to retire the side. Falcone is now tired, but it's a big, nice inning to get the Mets out of it. Nothing across for the Reds except for a walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mets still have a 7-2 lead. This will probably Moscow's last inning. He is due to bat second for the Reds in the 7th. We'll see if the Mets are going to let Falcone bat. But the bottom of the 6th inning, and leading off for the Mets will be Doug Flynn. Flynn got a double his last time up. Take care there, DJ John. Glad to have you here. Moscow will make the pitch. 1-3. Walk plus. That 15 is not going to walk him. Actually, no, won't walk him. Flynn becomes an 11. -1 is a 10. And Flynn did not walk much that year, so he doesn't walk. Flynn, 1-1, but he does ground out to second, and that's out number 1. Yeah, Tom Seaver for Doug Flynn. What a trade. Pete Falcone coming up, and he is already tired here, and we've got the 3 more innings. I think they would take him out. Falcone is going to come out of the game. He pitched beautifully. But the Mets are going to, and he pitched under his ERA. That's what you can ask for. The Mets will go to the bench. So that will be it, even though Falcone did get a hit. So let's see who the Mets are going to bring up. And coming on to bat against Paul Moscow will be Ed Kranepool. .232 average, 2 homers, 17 RBIs. Kranepool will bat against Moscow. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes the pitch. Moscow, 5-2. Range play. Kranepool, 4-3. Ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Dreesen. Dreesen's range is a 2. He can't get it. And that is going to be a single for Kranepool. Right past Dreesen. And Kranepool gets a pinch hit single. He goes to first, and the batter is Youngblood. Youngblood is 0 for 3. Infielder double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Moscow will make the pitch. 1-1 against the righty. Strikeout 7. He got him. He gets Youngblood. Struck him out. 2 down. 2 outs as he just barely got Youngblood. Youngblood is an 8, and that 7 was just enough to get him. So 2 outs now, and here comes Taveras. Taveras 1 for 3. Kranepool still on at first. Moscow will make the deal, and that's a 4-6. Strikeout 3, and he got him. Moscow has done a heck of a job since taking over for Bonham. No runs a hit for the Mets, as Moscow's only given up 1 hit in the 3 innings he took over, but it is still 7-2 in favor of the Mets. Got to give credit to Moscow. He has been excellent for the Reds in this game and coming in for Bonham. We go to the top of the 7th. Vic Carrell leads off for the Reds, and Carrell is 1 for 2. He has a double. They got right, in a switch, and I think they're going to go with, I think the Mets will bring out a right-hander here. So let's see who the Mets are going to bring out to pitch. And let's see. Yeah, they wouldn't bring him out now. They would, and the Met bullpen is not terrible. We are in the 7th inning. I can bring in any pitcher I want. It doesn't have to be the most relief appearances. But I think I'll go with the old standby the Mets had. Let's be realistic. Coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Dale Murray. 5 wins, 10 losses, 5 saves, a 4.57 ERA. Murray will be the second Mets pitcher. Carrell will go ahead and make the pitch. Receive the pitch. Top of the 7th, 7-2 Mets. Murray, 5-2, wild pitch, ball 1. Murray again, 6-6. That is a home run chance. Carrell a righty, a 1-4. The 11 is too high. Carrell, 2-3. Base hit, pass short. It's a single. Carrell gets on first. So a single, Carrell gets his second hit of the game. Moscow due to bat, but he has done his job, and the Reds will go to the bench. And they're going to bring up Joe Morgan. 250 average, 9 homers, 32 RBIs. Joe Morgan will bat against Dale Murray. May he rest in peace. Double play depth is up. Murray will go ahead and make the pitch. No strategy rolls. Murray, 1-1, strikeout 20, no chance. Morgan, 5-1, base hit past second. The Reds got something going on. Carrell, a base running rating of 2. He will not make third. He has to hold at second. And the Reds are in business. Morgan with a pinch hit single. And here is Collins. Murray may not be lasting long here if the Reds get himself a run. Runners at first and second. Murray will pitch to Collins. Collins is 1 for 3. He has a single. Infield still at double play depth. Nobody out, top of the 7th. Murray will make the pitch. Will prepare for the Mets pitch. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV here at Shea Stadium. Murray with the pitch. 3-5, strikeout 3, and he got him, struck him out. That is a huge K on Collins. Collins gets the hat trick. That's the 3rd time he has struck out. 1 out, and here comes Kennedy. Kennedy is 1 for 3. Runner still at first and second. Murray will make the pitch to Kennedy. 79 Mets are a powerhouse. Yeah, a powerhouse that's not plugged into the outlet. Murray will go ahead and pitch. 1-6, that's an error chance. Kennedy, 4-6, that's a ball hit to right field. That is a 1 against the righty. Against the righty, that's going to be a base hit for Kennedy. That's a single to right. The right fielder is Youngblood. His error rating is a 2. He will not make an error. Kennedy, so let's see, Carrell, base running rating of 2. It's a single to right. And that's going to be a 1 or a 2. Carrell will score. He does not. He holds at third. Single to right is a 0 from second to home on the chart that I made. And the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. And here comes Dave Concepcion. And that is it for Murray. They are yanking him now. Bases are loaded. Concepcion, the batter. The Mets are going to go to the bullpen again. I really don't think they bring him in now, but they may have no choice. 7th inning can be anybody. Let's see. The Mets are going to go ahead. They're going to play it right. Coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Wayne Twitchell. 5 wins, 5 losses, a 5.24 ERA. Skip Lockwood is in there, but I want to save him. So here is Twitchell. He will be the 3rd Mets pitcher as Murray ineffective. 1 out. Top of the 7th, 7-2 Mets, but the Reds are making some noise. Strategy rolls are off. Even if Concepcion hits a grand slam, it will not tie the game. Twitchell will make the pitch. 6-1, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-3. That is a ball That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 20. It's too high, but it's still a range play to right. Getting over there is Youngblood. His range is a 4. He's on his horse, and he will make the catch. Out number 2. Concepcion, a sacrifice fly rating of 2. That will bring in Carrell. It's 7-3. It was deep enough. What a play by Youngblood. That definitely saved at least another run. But the Reds now get the field goal. It's now 7-3, but now 2 outs. So a sacrifice fly to Youngblood, who makes the play, scores a run. But now the batter is George Foster. Foster 0 for 3. Big Clue joins us here at Shea Stadium. Runners at first and second. 7-3 Mets, now 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Twitchell trying to get out of this inning for the Mets. Reds, a win here gets them their 40th win of the year. Mets just trying to win a game here in 79. Twitchell with the pitch. 2-1. Strikeout 18. No, that's too high. Foster swings. 5-4, and it is a fly ball to right field. Youngblood's got plenty of room. He's also got plenty of ball. Makes the catch, and the Mets get out of it. 1 run on 3 hits and a sacrifice fly. The Reds do get closer, but it is now 7-3. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game, and you're a native New Yorker. I'll be right back. By Odyssey, by the way. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. I am very happy that Al, Red Sox fan, is in the chat because I get to tell him who the next game is on deck for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be June 15th, and we are at Comiskey Park. And it is a Sox matchup at Comiskey Park tomorrow night. The Boston Red Sox and Mike Torres take on the Chicago White Sox and Rich Wortham. The Red Sox, unfortunately, not having a good year so far. They are 23-34. The White Sox are 2 games above 500. The White Sox got off to a good start, but they've started to lose games. They are now in 3rd. Boston, they are 12 games back of 3rd, so the Red Sox got to try to get back in there. But we got the Red Sox and the White Sox tomorrow night. Mike Torres and Rich Wortham from Comiskey Park. Join us there. I hope you will all be there for the Sox rivalry, Bo Sox and the Chi Sox. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Mets leading 7-3. Lee Mazzilli leads off for the Mets. He is 1 for 3. And they've got switch left coming up. The Reds are going to bring on a lefty here. And coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Dave Tomlin. 2 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 2.62 ERA. Tomlin will be the 3rd Reds pitcher, and he can pitch to 5 batters, but we'll see how long he can go. So here comes Dave Tomlin against Lee Mazzilli. Foot odor night at the ballpark tomorrow. Bottom of the 7th, 7-3 Mets. Tomlin, 2-5. That is a blank. Mazzilli, 4-5. That is going to be a fly out to center. One down. So far, the Reds bullpen has done a heck of a job when Bonham was replaced. Hebner is next. Hebner walked his first time up. He is 0 for 2. Tomlin will make the pitch. 2-6. Strikeout 3. Got him. Struck him out. Like I said, what a job the Reds bullpen has done. Keeping it 7-3. But did the Mets get out a little bit too far? Montanez is next. He's having a good night. 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Tomlin will look on in Montanez. Fans here at Shea just hoping the Mets can get a nice win. Tomlin, 6-1, blank, not tired. Montanez, 1-1, line drive right to Tomlin. He snares it, and that is the out. Line out right back to the pitcher, and 1-2-3 go the Mets. When Bonham was on the mound, 7 runs on 8 hits. The Reds bullpen, no runs on 1 hit through 4 innings. But after 7, the Mets still have a 7-3 lead. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Reds is Dan Dreesen. They got left, right coming up. And let's see what the Mets are going to do here. Is Wayne Twitchell going to pitch? I don't really think so. That's the 8th inning. See what the Mets would do. I think they would go to the bullpen here and bring on a better pitcher. Twitchell's going to come out of the game. The Mets will be done with that. And coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Ed Glynn. 1 win, 4 losses, 7 saves, a 3.00 ERA. Twitchell, however, does get a hold, though. So here is Ed Glynn. He'll pitch for the Mets. Dreesen leads off for the Reds. Top of the 8th, 7-3. Glynn, 3-3. Walk, 8. Ball 4. Dreesen goes to first, and the Reds get the leadoff man on. Dreesen has a 1,000 on-base percentage tonight. 2 singles and 2 walks. And here comes Knight. Glynn will pitch tonight. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Dave Gardner joins us here at Shea Stadium. Uncle Dave Gardner. What can I say about that man? He does it all as well. He does baseball. He does football. He does basketball. And he is the hockey master. Check out that guy right there, Dave Gardner. Only one of the best in the business, along with our Red Sox fan, baseball demos, Tony Porter, and of course, I.D. Jester. There's just so many to name. I just keep on forgetting people. Glenn will make the pitch. 1-5. That is a home run chance. Knight a righty. A 1-12. The 14 is too high. Knight 3-2. But he does hit one to right field. That is an 11. And against the lefty, he just misses a double. And that's going to be a fly out to right. Oh, do the Mets catch a break there? 1 out. Oh, Knight just missed it. He misses a homer by 2 and misses a double by 1. Here's Blair. Blair is 0 for 3, and I think they would bring in a pinch hitter in this case. It is the 8th inning. I can now pitch hit for a position player. Blair is in center field. Let's see who the Reds will probably bring in. Center field, and I think they would go with this guy. It is the 8th inning, though, so they got to bring in a righty, though. And I don't think they would use him. Still the 8th inning. I gotta go with the at bat still. So it'd be a righty you'd probably bring in here. I just don't think they would use him unless you replace him at the position of catcher. And you know what? I think they would. Paul Blair is coming out, and coming on to pinch hit for the Reds will be Mr. Johnny Bench. 276 average, 22 homers, 80 RBIs. Bench will take over at catcher. So Carrell will come out of the game as well, so we'll see a pinch hitter for him. But Dreesen on it first. So the Reds are going to make some moves here to try to get into this game. 7-3. 1 out. Infield is at double play depth. Glenn will make the pitch. Strategy rolls are still off. Glenn, 2-4. That's a walk. That's a 5. Ball 4, and he walked bench. And now the Reds are in business. So a walk to bench. 2 walks issued by Glenn. Vic Carrell is the next batter. The Reds will go to the bench on him. And Glenn was, so Blair was in center field. So coming in to take over in center will be Ken Griffey, and he will pinch it. So here comes Ken Griffey. 316 average, 8 homers, and 32 RBIs. Griffey will pinch it against Glenn. Runners at first and second. 1 out, top of the 8th. And a timeout as I make some changes on the scorecard. So give me a moment while I make a change. As I got to make sure I do this or I will forget and mess it all up. So bench is on there, but bench will come in at catcher. 4, 5, 9, and 1. Center Griffey will take over in center field. And he is 2-0 and +1. And because I made a change in center field, give me one moment because I gotta fix the chart. So Griffey's center field is now a +1. So let's see here. And Carrell was what? Carrell was a +2. So that means +2. So that means that +1 now. So we just do that real quick. So single to center now, +1. This now becomes a 0. That now becomes a, what is he? What Griffey is what? A +1. So that becomes a +3. And first to home is now a +2. There you go. That's all you got to do with this kind of chart. Just a dry erase marker and make the change. Runners at first and second, time back in. Glenn is now going to pitch to Griffey. Runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 8th. The Reds got something going on. 7-3. Glenn will pitch to Griffey. Griffey taking over at center field. Even though Carrell was 2 for 3, but Griffey would be a better choice here. Strategy rolls are off. Glenn with the pitch. 2-4. That is a walk, and that is ball 4, and he walked the bases loaded. Glenn just cannot get the control, and the bases are loaded. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Tomlin as he comes out of the game. So the bases are loaded. We'll see a pinch hitter here. And it is going to be normally it would probably be Henderson, but in this case, I don't think so. It will be Cesar Geronimo. Cesar Geronimo will pinch hit against Glenn, and that's it for Glenn. The Mets are going to take him out as well. Geronimo, 239 average, 4 homers, 38 RBIs. The Mets are not going to play around. They're going to bring in Lockwood now. Here comes Skip Lockwood. 2 wins, 5 losses, 9 saves, a 1.49 ERA. They're going to ask Lockwood to get as many outs as he can, but the Reds right now are threatening, and a grand slam here will tie the game. What a ball game we got at Shea. 7-3 Mets. Got to play chess against each other here. Lockwood will make the pitch. Bases are loaded. The infield is a double play depth. The Mets will trade 2 outs to get out of the inning. Lockwood with the pitch. 6-5. It's a walk, and that 8 is gonna be too high. Geronimo a 7, -1 is a 6. He gets the swing. Geronimo 5-1, and he grounds it right back to Lockwood. He grounds it right back. 3, 4. 3 plus 2 is 5, but minus 1 hit to the pitcher is 4. Geronimo a lefty, so that means the shortstop is pivot. That's Tavares. A 1-4, the Mets get out of the inning, and they do. Hits to Lockwood, turns around, throws to Tavares for 1. Tavares over to Martinez for 2. They get out of the inning. Wow! A 1-6-3 double play. Geronimo hits it right back to Lockwood, and the Mets get out of it. Stadium cheers. Yay! Reds fans, barf. Blah. The Reds go through all of those motions, 3 walks, and they get nothing. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Frank Wainscott joins us here at Shea Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. John Stearns will lead off for the Mets, and he is 1 for 2. Reds are going to go to the bullpen. For the bottom of the 8th, they got right. So coming on to pitch for the Reds, they're going to go with their closer, and here comes Tom Hume. 10 wins, 9 losses, 17 saves, a 2.76 ERA. He is the best pitcher in the bullpen. Tom Hume will try to keep it 7-3. Stearns will lead it off. Boy, the Mets got out of that. Hume with the pitch. 2-3, strikeout. Wow, that's right on the 2 or the 12. Geez. That's right on the 2 or the 12. I've been thinking about something doing it instead of re-rolling the hole at bat. Right on, that's a 2 or a 12. Let's see. It's either a strikeout or it's not. Odd number, it's a strikeout. Even number, it's not. It's an odd number. That will be a 2, and that will strike out Stearns. 1 out. So Hume gets out Stearns. I got to do something about with those. I really don't like re-rolling the at-bat on a leaner. I just think that's kind of not fair. So if it's a 50-50 chance, I may just roll an extra die just to see what happens. 1 out. Next batter will be Henderson. He'll bat. Henderson is 1 for 2. Hume will make the pitch. 5-1. Hit by pitch. 13. Nope, that's too high. Henderson. 4-3. Base hit. Right field. Henderson goes to first. That's a single. Henderson will get a single. He'll hold there. The next batter is Flynn. Flynn will bat. He is 1 for 3. Lockwood due to bat next. Don't know if the Mets may actually let him stay out there because he's the closer. He may actually get a chance to swing. Hume will pitch to Flynn. The strategy rolls are off. Hume, 3-5, strikeout 11, that's high. Flynn will swing. 3-4, and he popped it up to third. That's going to be out number 2. Pop out to third, 2 down. Question is, Lockwood he can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. And they're telling Lockwood to grab a stick. So Lockwood is going to go up there and bat. So we will bring out the Met pitcher batting card. It's an 0.76 average. And they're going to tell Skip Lockwood to swing and maybe get a hit. They need him to pitch. So here comes Lockwood to bat. Hume will pitch to him. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Hume, a 1-1. That's a blank. Lockwood swings. 3-3, and he grounds it to first. Dreesen will take it himself, tag the bag, and retire the side. So the Mets decide to go ahead and have him swing. And I still think it may be the right thing to do to keep Lockwood in the game. After 8, it's 7-3 in favor of the Metropolitans. But will we see some 9th inning magic? I know Section 513 and all the Reds fans in the chat do not want to see ninth inning magic. They would just like to see a 1-2-3 inning. Lockwood will pitch. He can pitch to 5 batters before getting tired. Dave Collins leads off for Cincy. He is 1 for 4, but he has struck out 3 times. Top of the 9th, 7-3 Mets. Lockwood will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-6, error on a throw. Collins, 1-6, and that's not going to be an error. That's going to be an infield single. It is picked up by third baseman Hebner. His error rating is a 13. That's a 6, and he throws the ball away, trying to get Collins, and Collins will wind up on second. That's an error. Oh, what a way to start the inning. That's a single and an E5 on Hebner. It's an error on a throw. So it's an automatic infield single. Hebner should have held on to it, but he tried to get Collins, throws it away, and Collins goes to second. That is the first error on the Mets in this game. That's the first error on the Mets. The Mets didn't have any errors in the game. The Reds, historically, the Reds actually had 2. So Collins on at second, and here comes Kennedy, and Lockwood goes over to Hebner saying, "What are you doing, man?" Steeler fan says, "No magic." So Collins on at second. Lockwood will now pitch to Kennedy. Kennedy is 2 for 4. Mets are staying back, 7-3. Lockwood will go ahead and make the pitch. Strategy rolls are still off. 3-5, strikeout 3, got him! Swing and a miss, he got Kennedy. 1 away. And what? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL Network? I think not. Here comes Concepcion. Concepcion is 1 for 4. Lockwood trying to keep it here. Collins on at second, a single and an error. Puts some runner in scoring position, but the Mets have a 4-run lead here. Fans here at Shea would just like to see a Met win. Lockwood, 2-5 against a righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to second. That's picked up by Flynn. Throws to first, out number 2. Collins advances to third. Now 2 outs, and here comes George Foster. Foster is 1 for 4. Lockwood trying to get the job done. Fans here at Shea on their feet. Reds fans in the chat hoping that the Reds can come through. Lockwood will make the pitch. Reds trying to get their 40th win. Mets just trying to win a game. Lockwood will make the pitch. 2-5, and against the righty, it's an automatic out. It will do it. And that's a ground ball to third. This time, Hebner has it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Mets will beat the Reds tonight. 7-3, a big win here at Shea. It's a happy recap. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! Reds fans in the chat, barf. Yeah. A nice win for the Mets. No runs, a hit, and an error. But the Mets will go ahead and take a win here against one of the best teams in the league. The Mets can enjoy the win, but that's pretty much all they're going to get here in 79. I doubt they're going to make the playoffs. So a nice win for the Mets. And a big win here at Shea Stadium. Final line score coming up. For the Mets, 7 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. For the Reds, 3 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Pete Falcone will go ahead and get the win. The loss does go to Bill Bonham. No save, but Twitchell and Lockwood I will give a hold. A nice win for the Mets here at Shea Stadium. 7-3 victory. The Mets will now get their 22nd win. The Reds will have to wait for 10-minute ticker to try to get their 40th win. But who knows what happens here in the 10-minute ticker. And speaking of the 10-minute ticker, don't go away. It is coming right up. Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wives. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball, hitting the home runs over the wall. East side, west side. Everybody's coming down to meet the NYMETS Mets of New York town. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Well, a nice victory for the Mets today. 7-3, a win there for the Mets. So they do ahead and get a nice win. But unfortunately, for the rest of the season, it still doesn't look really good. But let's get to the 10-minute ticker. June 12th, Baltimore and the White Sox. Baltimore 942, and that is 4. The White Sox 465, and that is going to be 7, and a win for the Pale Hose. California at Cleveland. California 1323, and that is 3. Indians 914, and that's 1. That's a win for the Halos. California continues to really show how good they are. Oakland at Detroit. A's 552, and they get 5. The Tigers 2042, and that's 6. The Tigers will beat the A's. Boston and the Royals. Red Sox trying to get back into this. Boston 21-21, and that is 4. The Royals 12-13, and that's going to be a win for the Red Sox. They'll beat the Royals. Yankees in Minnesota. Ron Guidry versus Jerry Koosman. Good matchup there. Yankees 534, and that is 3. Minnesota 446, and that is 4. The Twins win another game. The Yankees are beginning to struggle a little bit. Milwaukee at Texas. The Brewers are not struggling. Brewers 965, and that is 9. The Rangers 1064. That is 8. Another win for the Brew Crew. Seattle at Toronto. Seattle 15-14, and that's 2. Toronto 12-66, that is 11, and the Jays get a win. Frank Sinatra with the post. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals 732, and that is 3. Dodgers 14-26, that's 4. A win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 523, and that's 2. Phillies 414, and that's 1. Another win for the Astros. The Astros are really giving the Reds a race out in the NL West. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pittsburgh 811, that's 0. San Diego 356, and that is 5. A win for the Friars. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 1256, and that is 7. Giants 1111, that's 0, and that will be a win for the Cubbies. June 13th, Baltimore and the White Sox. Baltimore 1243, and that is 5. White Sox 621, and that's 2, a win for the O's. Oakland at Cleveland. Oakland 12-25, and that is 3. The Cleveland Baseball Club, formerly known as the Indians, now known as the Guardians, 15-25, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Cleveland Guardians. Seattle at Detroit. Seattle 10-64, and that is 8. Detroit 10-24, and that is 3. A win for the M's. The Mariners are actually winning some baseball games lately. We will have the Pirates on the Pirates are scheduled soon. Boston at Kansas City. Red Sox 17-41, and that is 6. Kansas City 13-11, that's 0. Another win for the Bo Sox. Every time our Red Sox fan is on the chat, the Red Sox seem to win in 10-minute ticker. Yankees at Minnesota. Yankees 9-15, that is 2. Twins 13-64, and that's 9. Another win for the Twins. As I said, Yankees are beginning to have some issues. Milwaukee at Texas. Brewers 9-26, and that is 3. Rangers 15-65, they'll get that win, that's 10. California at Toronto, doubleheader, game 1. Angels 19-34, and that is going to be 5. Blue Jays 9-26, that is 3. A win for game 1 goes to the Angels. Game 2. California 29-13. Dang. That's 4, though. Blue Jays 8-11. That's 0. The Angels will beat the Blue Jays twice. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals 8-26, and that is 3. Dodgers 11-16, and that is 2. That will be a win for the Redbirds. Atlanta and the Expos. Atlanta 3-44, and that is 4. Expos 11-62, and that's 7. A win for the Expos. The Expos continue to hold on to that lead in the NL East. Reds and the Mets. Reds and the Mets. Reds 4-16, and that is 1. Mets 4-56, that is 5, and the Mets get another happy recap. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 6-46, and that is 4. Phillies 4-42, that is 3. Another win for the Astros. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pirates 12-33, and that is 4. Padres 3-26, and that is 2, and that's a win for We Are Family. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 9-14, that's 1. Giants 9-56, and that is 6, and a win for the G-Men. Now on to June 14th. No, FastScore is not expensive at all, Frank Wayne Scott. Just check it out, please. You get all the seasons from 1950 all the way right now, including a few old ones from 1950 to 2021. It's not expensive at all. $13 for 10 seasons. I don't think that's expensive at all. Oh, we move on to June 14th. Oakland at Cleveland. Oakland 7-16, and that is 2. The Tribe 17-63, and that's 9. A win for the Indians. Seattle at Detroit. Seattle 8-56, and that is 6. Tigers 13-46, and that's 6. We got a tie. Wow, the only extra inning so far. Let's see here. Seattle rolls a 6, -1 is 5. Detroit rolls a 3, +0 is a 3. Let's see if the Mariners will still win in extras. Yankees and the Twins. Yankees 6-13, that's 1. Twins 665, and that is 8. And the Yankees, I think, just got swept by the Twins. Milwaukee at Texas. Brewers 12, and that is 1. Rangers 10-41, and that is 4. That'll be a win for the Rangers. California at Toronto. Angels 23-12. But they only get 2 with that. Blue Jays 5-23, and that's 2 as well. We got a tie. Angels roll a 3, -2 is 1. Blue Jays roll a 6, +0 is 6, and the Blue Jays will win that ball game. Atlanta and the Expos. Atlanta 466, and that is 9. The Expos 11-13, and that is 1, a win for the Braves. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pittsburgh 11-36, and that's 4. The Padres 8-12, and that is 1, another win for We Are Family. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 14-66, that should be a win. That's 11. Giants 8-22, and that is 2, and a win for the Cubbies. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be June 15th, and we are going to Comiskey Park for another game in Chicago, only this time it's the White Sox. But they will be hosting the Boston Red Sox. Mike Torres for the Red Sox. Rich Wortham for the White Sox. It is the Sox rivalry. Bo Sox, Chi Sox. It can't get any more exciting than that tomorrow night. Don't miss that game tomorrow. Be there or be square. Steeler fan, Frank Wainscott, BB, Dave Little, Al Red Sox fan. Dave Gardner, C&D TV, Tony Porter, Big Clue, Ronald Spersky, DJ John, 4444, Brian Patterson, Brad Church, Chaz Sexington. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Mets go ahead and do it at Shea. They beat the Reds tonight 7-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.